when I was
Whew.
just
Dear
a
Fromily,
little boy.
dear From family, Fromville citizens, whatever you choose to go. I don't want to call myself Fromville citizen because I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there just like Dale didn't. But we'll get to that. First of all, listen, this is episode 5. This was a real filler episode. It might be more filler in this episode than it's been all season, but it was around episode 5. Episode 5 is when seasons do this. But then again, we did learn a few things. You just got to pay attention. You probably didn't get the answers that you wanted, but I believe we got some answers. Let's start off with this. My boy Jade and them done came back. You know, they done let them know about the food. Old girl Crystal, the one who decided that she didn't like guys no more because her girlfriend done made it there, and now her girlfriend is there with her too. And she got the most butcher's haircut possible. Like, she got a Ellen DeGeneres. She got a Macaulay Culkin. Baby, what is up with the hair? But that's one thing, like, let me veer off for a second. That's one thing I ain't say about From. Because you watch some stuff like The Walking Dead or some of these other series, and everybody keep a pristine, nice haircut. A pristine, nice haircut. And ain't really no barbers. These people in From, they hair just be all over the damn place. Like, it's really representative of what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no fake dreadlock lace weaves like they had on The Walking Dead, which was horrible. But yeah, I do appreciate that about From. They keep it real to the point that Victor looks about the same age as his daddy. You'll probably look that age too if you've been for 40 years. You've been in there under penalty of death every night. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, Jay finds out that Tabitha made it out of the town and Tabitha made it back into town. Somebody died, but he don't care about that. All he care about is how did Tabitha get out of town? And Tabitha made it back because the boy tell him that Tabitha went into one of those far away trees and she made it out. But then she came back. And we having a town meeting. And Jade and all his zaniness, I don't care about no town meeting. He was off. Listen, let me go find out about Tabitha and what she got going on. Go! We find out Tabitha's in the house with her husband and the kids, and she's telling them, you know, yeah, I called grandmama. I let grandmama know I'm okay, which might have not been a good thing. It might not have been a good thing. I mean, that might freak me out if I think, my kid's dead, and somebody called me out the blue and be like, no, my mom alive. And then they disappear again. Like, did somebody call me from hell? That's what I be thinking. Listen, check this out, man. Jay busts in the door. Of course, Tim ain't having nothing. Tim don't want to have none of that. Listen, she just got back. She don't want to answer your question. Tim a selfish bastard. That's what Tim is a selfish bastard. And he love his wife just a little bit too much. And I believe in loving your wife with your whole heart. But he love her just a little bit too much. Because he was ready to abandon his kids. You know, she got answers the town need. He don't want to give them. Tim, go sit down. Wait till Tim found out this girl been creeping around with the little black kid and been kissing on the demon girl. He might be more mad about her creeping around with that black kid. Not in real life, though, because Tim got a black wife and black kids. I found that out online. But, yeah, man. Anyway, she tells Jade that she went into the faraway tree. She ended up out of town, and she wound up back in the town. And Jade says, you know, he's not trying to pressure her anything, but he thinks the meeting is stupid. The meeting is pointless. He even tells Ethan, listen, when you get older, any meeting that involves more than 3 adults is a waste of your time. He just wants to go to the faraway tree and do some investigations. And, yeah, that's what I said. Tim tried to tell him I went there, I ain't find nothing. I found some bottles with numbers in them. I even took some of the bottles down and took the numbers. Nigga, why? It's always somebody doing something that they probably shouldn't do. And I'm gonna tie this into something later on. This is why I say I think we might got an answer. We might have, we might not have, but we might have. We might. Listen, okay. Let's get back to town, man. You know, Boyd and I don't know why I'm losing his name, man. The dude that just lost Mama Chi and them. I don't know why his name is slipping my mind. Anyway, Boyd is telling him that he think that the monsters saved Randall, or they did whatever they did to Randall, to remind people in the daytime that you're never safe. Because you get to see a walking example of somebody that we touch, which is Randall. But I think they might have implanted Randall with something. Randall might be going through a transformation just like Fatima, the demon woman. You know what I'm saying? Randall might be going through a similar transformation, maybe even worse. Now we got to worry about the Matthews daughter, because she might do the same thing, because she haven't been affected the same way Randall and Fatima have. What's going on there? What's going on with her? With that? Anyway, Boyd is telling him that, and Boyd, of course, Boyd is very upset. Boyd is so upset to the point that when the police lady comes into the office and tries to apologize to Boyd, he takes out all his anger and frustration on her. He don't want to hear it. You trying to give me answers? You ain't been here. This is my people. You came in here. You done popped somebody and caused them to die. At first, I was watching. I was like, Boyd tripping. Like, listen, if you came into this town, this demonic purgatory, whatever you in, you'll freak out too and do some crazy stuff. But then I remembered, she might remind Boyd of his wife. Because Boyd's wife was a blonde lady. You know, she was ex-military and she lost her mind and she shot a bunch of people, killed a bunch of people, to the point that Boyd had to kill his own wife. So the police lady might remind Boyd of Boyd. Listen, last week I was looking online and I seen a lot of people joking that when Donna took Boyd into the room, they were joking about Donna trying to, you know, seduce Boyd and give Boyd some of those big button up, that big button up thing. You hear me? And that's craziness. But I could really see Boyd and the police lady winding up being an item, being a couple. Is that what shipping is? Is that what? Am I shipping right now? I think I'm shipping because I can see Boyd being with the police lady. Look, this how I start. We beefing. We don't like each other. I'm mean to you. You mean? She not really mean to him. She just really want some acceptance and understanding. But I can see Boyd falling for her. Boyd need a little tail. He need a little piece of game. He needs some of that wop, 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 wop. He needs some of that. Was that Kendrick Lamar or was that Cardi B? Because the Cardi B was the good one. Don't nobody want that Kendrick Lamar. That's that. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it. I can see that turning into that. Even though I still don't like the fact that Boyd's son got a baby with a demon lady in a time like this. That's the most confusing thing at all. He even walks up on her and catches her eating a rotten fruit. And he tries to confront her. You know how people do when they don't want to be confronted about it. They immediately get upset. And they immediately go on attack. But then she go ahead and tell him that, you know what? I'm down bad. I've been over here eating this nasty, rotten, disgusting fruit and vegetables. But she ain't tell that boy she be kissing the little Matthews girl. That's wrong there with it. Because not only is you kissing on this Matthews girl, which I think might be underage. I think she's still. How old is she? Is she 15, 16? How old is she? We need to know this. This is something that we want to find out. Because Fatima not only kissing the little girl, she just got through eating blood up out of somebody. Then she in the meeting when Tabitha come in there in the town trying to get answers from Tabitha, she done went left. Cause she want to get out. She done put her to the question. Baby, you sucking dead people insides out. You're licking dead intestines. You don't have the right to be a question nobody. Shut up. That's another problem I have with the show. That's a big problem I have with the show. Like, people be answering questions, but they really don't answer stuff. It would have just been simple for you to just go ahead and tell everybody the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But you kind of want to beat around the bush. And the town, you know, they asking questions. Some don't make sense. And they're a little hard on her because, of course, everybody want to go home. Everyone is scared. And Tabitha really don't have no serious answers. And they feel like she wasted an opportunity. Like, baby, I ended up in a car wreck and ended up back here. I didn't try to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I was really, truly, seriously out. I mean, Victor's daddy's here, and he ain't really explained to everybody that he's Victor's daddy. I mean, only a couple of people know. Speaking of that, when Victor find out his daddy's back, Victor immediately runs off. He just... short-circuited. His wires were fried. He didn't know what to do. He took off, and at first I was like, damn, did his daddy do something when he was a kid? Like, why did the mama take the kids, though? Was the daddy abusive or something? Like, he do look like a... That's what I was thinking. But later on, we find out that Victor ran off because he said he was a little kid last time he saw his daddy. He don't know what his daddy expects to see of him. Like, he's been here 40 years, and even though he's gotten taller, like, he hasn't really changed. And, you know his dad been alone all these years. And, of course, Victor's dad is... I'm kind of liking Victor's dad. You know, he's trying to find clothes, and he's like, man, if I knew I'd be here, I would have wore a better shirt. Like, he don't even care that he about to die pretty soon. Maybe this season. You know what I'm saying? But he's happy that he's going to get to see his son. You know what I'm saying? For the first time. But, yeah, Victor explains that. That's the reason why he was uncomfortable with running into his dad. Like, and both of them are kind of uncomfortable. And this had to be... this really tugged at my heart when I saw this scene. It really tugged at my heart because it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Listen, I'm happy that Victor and his dad got to run into each other. Like that was the best part of this episode. Like this part of the episode really did it for me. It did it for me. Whew. Never mind, I'll take that back. My favorite part of the episode is when that boy Dale tripped out. Boy, Dale crashed out. He crashed out. Because Tabitha explained to everybody that she went into that faraway tree. The faraway tree sent her to this light tower. And from the light tower, she ended up back in town. The townspeople were upset because they feel like she could have did more. And everybody just want to know about this tree with these bottles on it because they want to find a way to get out. And she messed up an opportunity. More people want this chance. Tabitha go back home and she tell Jade, listen, I'll take you to the tree so you can do your studies and your investigations. You can get your study on. And while she's at the tree with Jade and she's telling him what she's seen, what she saw, and looking at the trees and the bottles and this and that, Dale pop up out the blue. Dale got a whole backpack. Dale finna go through this tree. Jade tell him, be careful because you don't know what listen, you not me. You not me. What Achilles say? And that's why nobody will ever remember your name. I love when Achilles told that little boy that on Troy. Dale pulls one of those and Dale goes straight through the tree. Oh, it tickled my soul. It tickled my soul because we hear the people screaming way on the other side of Fromville. Boyd runs to the pool area and we see this nigga Dale stuck in the pool and not in the water. He's stuck in the side of the wall. I don't even know where the backpack at, but he's stuck inside the wall. Boyd freaking out. He trying to comment. Boy, shut up. Ain't no calming you can do in a moment like this. Boyd is going through his mind on what he can do. The townspeople freaking out. Help him, nigga. You can't help that, nigga. The same way I feel when I see white people at the zoo and gorillas start fighting. And they like, where's the zookeeper? Stop him. What are they going to do with the gorillas? The only thing Boyd can do is put Dale out of his misery. But before he can do that, shoot, Dale go ahead and die. I mean, what you expect? He's mixed in with the concrete. And that's how the episode ends. Listen, I can't wait for next week. Hopefully we get way more excitement next week, but I think we got some answers. And by I think we got some answers, I mean, Tim says that he took some of the messages out of the bottle. The messages had numbers. I think the messages were addresses. And Tim took that address out of the bottle. Now, I'm not saying that's the reason why Dale ended up in that wall. What I'm saying is maybe Dale should have put a bottle on the tree with his address on it. Maybe he would have went home. Maybe that would have happened, or maybe he would have went somewhere else. I think that might be a clue. I'm not saying that's the exact way to get home, but I'm very, very curious about this. Hold on, before I go, I forgot to tell y'all Elgin and the Matthews daughter was smoking weed. I was wondering where the green was. They had some bud. Elgin gonna get that, Junior.